Hey folks, today I'm gonna show you how you can make this
Predator waist with retractable blades using cardboard only.
Now let's dive into Okay, I give it back to you. Oh Hey, I'm Raphael. I work in the movie industry as a professional Steadicam operator, but I also have an unusual skill. I make mind-blowing props for movies like this using only cardboard, and I show you how to do this. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a very nice Predator with gauntlet with retractable blades using only cardboard, some elastics, and a few simple tools. But hey, at any point during this tutorial, don't forget to check out the notes and links in the description box below. I list all the tools and products that I use, as well as some additional resources, and of course, templates for all parts that I make. But before diving into the tutorial, the shout out of the week. I want to shout out the comments and YouTube channel of the week. Thank you so much for leaving this comment on my previous video and for supporting the channel. The second one is our Instagram profile of the week. Thank you so much for sharing my previous video in your Instagram story. It's truly appreciated and honestly makes my day when I see you guys watching my videos and sharing them in real time. Now, if you want to be featured in my next video, you can do one of the following two things. Number 1, leave a comment below on this video, or number 2, screenshot this video and share it in your Instagram story. Just don't forget to tag me. Now let's dive right into the video. The first thing to do is cutting a large piece of cardboard the size of your forearm. Smash it slightly with your fingers in the direction of the corrugations in order to have a rounded shape like this, and then tape it on your forearm that way. Define the edges of it using a pencil. Remove it from your forearm and glue it back using a hot glue gun. Don't forget that you'll find all products and tools that I use in the description box below this video. Next, make another one the same way and glue it around this one, like this. Then cut both of these extremities to make them straight. I did it using a precision knife. Start by cutting the small extremity, and then cut the large extremity at about 7 inches from the small one. Make a little notch here, so you can put it back on your waist like this. Afterwards, to make all the following pieces, print the templates that are linked in the description below, cut the patterns with a scissor like this, and transfer all of them on your pieces of cardboard. Glue them lightly with a regular paper glue, and transfer all the edges using a pencil, that way. Pay attention to transfer all lines as well. Next, cut out all the pieces using a precision knife. And repeat the process for all the following pieces of this tutorial. Glue these ones on top of each other that way. Cut several pieces like this one and glue 4 of them on the sides of it. This element will be the lower part of the blades box. Question of the day, what Predator props would you want me to make next? Write down them in the comment section below, because I might make it.
Glue these two pieces on top of each other the same way, and, as I did for the other one, glue these ones on the sides. This element will be the higher part of the blades box. Glue both of them here to make this part thicker. Then, using these pieces, make several walls. Start by smashing them completely like this. Apply a layer of wood glue on them. And roll them tightly that way. In order to have at the end walls like this one. And repeat the process for the other ones. Cut two of the number 3 in half like this. Make 2 notches on both of these extremities of this one. And cut it in half. Make a little hole here. Glue one of the half hole into it. Put your elastics into it here in order to define the position of the other one. The idea is to spread them apart enough to have your elastics in tension. Glue the 2 other half holes on the sides of this hole here. And glue the walls number 1 here into these notches. Using these ones, make 2 little walls like this, bend them strongly like this, and glue the number 5 into the number 4 like this. To have at the end something like that. Pay attention to leave an empty space here between the 2 pieces. Next, cut the tip of it to make this element 1 inch long. This piece will be the trigger of the blades. Then cut a 3 feet long string, put one of the tips into the empty space of the trigger, make a knot, and put an elastic into it as well.
Don't forget that all the templates are in the description below, as well as the tools and products that I use.
Next, glue 2 wall number 3 here, and 2 more here into the notches. Next, put the trigger in the hole with the elastic, and pass the elastics underneath the walls number 3 here. To be honest, this part is a little bit tricky, so if you are struggling too much to do it, remove these walls, put on the elastics on both sides correctly, and glue the walls back. Next, glue these 2 ones on the back of it over here. For this one, put the empty space you have left on the left here, and glue the last wall number 3 into it. And glue a small one between these ones. Now let's make the blades. Cut 4 of them and glue them 2 by 2 like this. Next, open the lines slightly using a precision knife. Widen the openings slightly with a small tool. And put some hot glue into the notches to keep them open. To have at the end something that looks like this. Next, make a mix of wood glue and water. And soak in it dry pieces of cardboard paper. And apply them on your knives. Next, position both of them on the blades box here, in order to define the right length of this wall. Make a mark and cut what exceeds. Then glue it here between the two blades. And glue the wall number 2 into the notches here. Next, make a small hole on the gauntlet twist and put the string all the way through into it. Now you can glue the lower parts of the blades boxes on the wrist gauntlet. Now let's finish the higher part of the blades box. Glue another wall number 3 here. Glue these two pieces on top of it. And these 3 ones on the back here. Glue 2 little pieces on the sides to close the openings. And remove what exceeds.
By the way, if you feel like you need to see more about a specific part that have maybe showed too fast, sign up for free to my email list in the description below and you receive a full time-lapse video start to finish of the entire construction, as well as additional information and pictures of this craft.
Glue those ones on top of each other that way. And glue them on the higher part of the blades box over here. Glue these ones on top of each other the same way. And glue them on each side of the lower parts of the blades box and the gauntlet twist. Make 4 more walls like these. And glue them on the sides of the gauntlet over here. Next, to close the front of this element, glue a small piece of cardboard. And make 2 openings into this piece to make room for the blades. And of course, do the same for the lower element. Then, using the reference pictures that are linked in the description below with the templates, remove some part from the first layer of cardboard on the gauntlet. Then, using the same mix of wood glue and water that I used before for the blades, apply cardboard paper on the entire gauntlet. In order to end up with something that looks like this. Next, using the reference pictures, draw the last pattern on the gauntlet. Next, cut slightly all the drawings with a precision knife and widen the openings with a small tool. Do the same here, here, and here. Afterwards, make a little hole on the back of this one here and glue a magnet into it. You'll find these magnets in the description box below as well. Glue another one here, as well as here, 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 and here. That's going to allow the higher part of the box to stick efficiently on the gauntlet. Then apply a few more pieces of cardboard paper to hide them. Next, cut several slices of cardboard paper soak them in the same mix of wood glue and water, and, using your fingers, make really small whorls with them. That way. I also made a few more thick whorls like this, and I cut some small pieces from a thick piece of cardboard. Use all of these to make the details on the higher part of the blades box. To end up with something that looks like this. I also added small pieces here and several short whorls on the edge here. Using the same techniques as before, make another thick whorl like this and wrap the entire string around it that way. Afterwards, apply 2 layers of glossy varnish on the entire construction.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? And if you feel like you need to see a little bit more about a specific part, sign up for free to my email list in the description box below and you receive a full time-lapse video start to finish of the entire construction. Now check out this video right here. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make a Predator helmet using cardboard only. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget there is something awesome in your cardboard boxes.